been cycling through. So this is one of the tools. Welcome in, peace, love, and light. I was just chopping it up with the tick of the talk. So to the YouTubies, welcome in. Celestial greetings to you in the wee hours of the wee hours. You know how we do, especially when I'm pushing time. You and you and you, whoever is here. Shay, let me go ahead and continue to light it up for whoever comes through and falls through in the wee hours. This is the countdown to the Galactic New Year. It's a lot going on right now, but this is the countdown to the Galactic New Year. And I must say, and let those know who don't know, that for the 144 chosen of the chosen few, and we're going to talk some more about this, but it's stuff that we really want to know. For those of you who are really waking up, let me tell you who this message is for in case you didn't see the message, because I left the message as well in my on my page. For the 144 chosen of the chosen few, the true 144 ascendants, right? This is not a number, this is a frequency. For the, I call the spiritual elites and those who are waking up, who have been waking up. Maybe you just woke up, but those who mainly have been waking up, you know what time it is. Finding these cosmic coordinates and everything that's been happening. We are in a season of the great discernment, on the brink of disclosure. For those of y'all who've seen that movie Disclosure and all of that, we're on the brink of that right now, right? So this is the wee hours. I like to talk. I'm glad I'm pushing time because I realize I want to talk to the people in the wee hours, because those are the ones that's up. And if they not, for the ones who find me, let me put it that way, those who align with this frequency, these are the ones that's up, getting their downloads and their upgrades. And these are the ones who are really about their business most of the time. So speaking to the 144 ascendants, this is a particular time, this entire 9-month window. Let me be clear. This is a 9-month window that we're in, a 9-month gestation ever since Third Eye Atlas passed through, right? So ever since Third Eye Atlas was passing through our galactic, our atmosphere, and raising and upgrading our entire solar system, and there was an energetic seal on, when is it, March, in the month of Pisces. There was an energetic seal. We crossed this cosmic threshold. So there's a lot that's been happening. I don't know how many people are aware of it. Some of you may already have been feeling it, sensing it, seeing it, particularly where it stems from walking away from family, because I've been seeing a lot of that. That's why I've been talking about it more, so a lot of us can see what's really happening and why it is that we're walking away from family, why we're at zero tolerance, right? And not in a malicious way, not in a vengeful way, but of course some things have happened to make us pissed, right? The truth is gonna hurt. The truth is gonna set you free, but it's gonna piss you off first. So some things have happened because we had to get uncomfortable. We had to be so sickened by what we're seeing, sick to our stomachs by what we're seeing in the families, so that we can walk away, and not walk away, leave them, but walk away as in detach in our mind, heart, bodies, right? In our mind body complex, right? Yes, same here on all of these points. Ashe, welcome in. Thank you. We're welcome, I should say, because I know, and I like when we all know we not alone. It seems like we're alone, but when I talk about it with other people, I often tell them it's more of us out here than we think. When you go online, y'all see it. It's a lot of people that are waking up, right? Everybody on different levels. Some are way over here. Some are in different spectrums. We're all meant to like focus on certain things. Me particularly, I'm about the 5D ascension. I'm a 5D pioneer. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am Celestial Earth, bringing us and bridging us with the news to infuse from the celestials into the earth, because that's what we all are as conduits of light. We are all celestial earth. So I'm here mainly bridging, and I've been doing this since 2022. Had 5D groups come in and out. Greetings, welcome, welcome. And this is another uptick. This is another level. I haven't felt so much of this since about 2022. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm a bit exhausted. I'm not gonna lie. And I felt it really strongly yesterday. That's why I didn't do any videos yesterday. I didn't come on yesterday because it was just like a real space of exhaustion, particularly too because Mercury retrograde it's coming out of its retrograde, so it's getting ready to reverse, which by now it's probably going direct right now, but yesterday it was like the last day of Mercury retrograde, the 23rd, which also was Haile Selassie's birthday, which is really Leo the first, because it's the first day of Leo. So, but either way, this was Mercury retrograde coming out of it. So it was feeling I don't know how many of you may have been feeling it, but I was feeling like a bit exhausted overall over some things, over how long I've been doing what I've been doing, making the calls, facilitating, having the workshops. Like, it's a lot. And sometimes there can be burnout. And I go because Spirit keeps telling me to go, no matter how tired I am. And I was talking about that today. I am very persistent and I will just go. I will do what Spirit is highlighting and showing me. And there's been a lot of downloads, a lot of messages. And this is one of the times where this preparation, right now we're preparing for the Halls of Amenti, aka A8 Lionsgate. Right now, we have on the 26th, the Galactic New Year that's going to kind of begin us going into the Halls of Amenti. The Lionsgate, A8 Lionsgate, is really a gateway. It's not just one day, but the 8-8 Lion Gate, on that day, it's at its peak. But it is from pretty much the end of July to August the 12th. So we're in that gateway, and that gateway is actually walking through the halls of Amenti. For those who may not know it, for those who are comedically inclined, you've probably heard of it, but it is something you really want to look into. And as we draw closer to it, I'm going to talk about it some more on the 26th. On the 26th, for those who line up, for those who want to, and this is the call that I was making. We're going to do an activation transmission on the 26th for those who are in alignment. This is one of the last times that I'm making a huge call. Like, and Spirit is showing me that this is definitely different, because we really got to move differently. We need serious souls, those who are ready to build the light colonies on the 5D grid. It is time for those light colonies to go up, and we are the only ones who can do it. So we need serious star seeds. We need the light bodies to kind of come together and be a bit more serious about this next level of our interdimensional traveling, because it is traveling through the dimensions of your mind. So it's for those who are unfolding in their soul, those who are not taking this for a spiritual club, or what is it that I call it, something else, like it's a gig, like it's a side note gig. Like, it is for those who are serious. And I've seen some of the people lately that have been calling out and saying, man, I'm tired. Like, I literally saw a video today with this girl crying. But when people are really doing the serious work, where are you? Like, there are people who need some of this collaboration and collectiveness and camaraderie and accountability in a group, because it's time to build collectively. This is the emergence of the true collective on the true timeline, but we all have to be doing our work. So there's soul unfolding, there's shadow work, are you looking for your wounds? The shadow work, a lot of people hear shadow work, but they don't know what it is that we're doing, right? And let me see what some of y'all are saying. Let me get a 4. Let me get a 4 in the chat for those who are ascending, for those who are seeing what is happening, those who see the discernment season that we're in, and we're ascending, and you are one of the ready and willing light bodies. Let me get a 4 in the chat. Drop a 4, especially for coming out of this 4 planets at 4 degrees. Welcome in, Steve. After your parents created you, how did you pick your favorite story of God? Whoa, okay. Favorite story of God. My favorite story of God is me. I am the God story. I know Christian folks don't like that. That's what I'm talking about. Where the 4s at? Where the 4s at? Drop the 4s in the chat. Benny, 4. Wacharo, 4. Where the 4s at? This is what I'm talking about. Celestial. Oh, we got another Celestial. Heart meet. Thank you, Benny. Became the number 15. Thank you. You the number 15 fan. That's what they say. And thank you for the heart meet. Y'all's the lie. Celestial said y'all lying. I think that's what you saying. What's the lie? Elaborate, if you don't mind, please. Elaborate. What is the lie? Maybe I'm seeing that incorrectly. There goes some more 4s. That's what we're talking about. Those who are ready and willing light bodies. And not everybody's ready. We get that. Everybody's at different levels. But right now, there is this major discernment that we are in, a season of discernment. And that's why so many things have been happening in the bloodline, in the families, because we are being sifted out. And in order to be sifted out, it is according to our measurement. It is according to our discernment of what is happening. We have to be able to discern, because as this great disclosure is happening, the disclosure of everything is unraveling. People are seeing everything. And this is why a lot of people are fed up. Like I said, I was saying to you, I saw someone who was crying and saying, this is unbelievable. I don't know how many of you saw that video of a young lady, and she was like, she can't believe like how fake all of this is, and the souls that are just doing nothing. And believe me, I get it. I get her frustration. A lot of us have been there. When you start, your eyes start to open up and you see, it's like, I can't believe this. But to be honest, for me, I've been feeling like this all my life. But it got more ridiculous when we start to kick into 5D by 2020. When the lights switched, when the alarms went off, when the spiritual alarms went off, you know, that was it for me. But to be honest, all my life, I felt like, what is going on? Like, this is why as a child, I thought adults were dumb. Like, I'm looking around me, I'm looking at the world around me, and I'm talking like 3-4 years old. Yes, I got memories that far back. And I remember looking around and being like, are they dumb? Like, what's wrong with them? To the point of, why am I even here? Questioning that all the time. Why am I here? Like, these people this is ridiculous. And this is years before anybody started waking up, any 5D awareness, anything. So I've kind of always felt like that. But yes, at 2020, it was like, oh my God. Can't y'all see that the alarm is on? Can't y'all see that the cock-a-doodle-doo? Like, it's time to get it together. Time to stop playing out here in these streets. Time for the spiritual ones to start finding each other. Benny said, elaborate if you don't mind. She's explaining the conversation of the measurement of discernment. Thank you, Benny. Appreciate it. The great mother gets mad when you aren't doing nothing. Yeah, it's like, get up and do something already. That's the great mother, all of us, that is like, what's going on? Right? Celestial says, keep that innocence. Keep the innocence. And keep the innocence where? Hollow says, Celestials, where? Felt it young. Yes, Lynn, it was always there. It's like, listen, I always felt it. It always felt crazy. And the true ones know this. The true light warriors, the star seeds, you always felt like you weren't from here. Like, I don't know how many of y'all felt this too, but I always looked in the stars. Like, from a child, I always looked in the stars, and I could always find Orion's belt, and I didn't even know it was Orion's belt. It's not till I got older that was like, oh. And now even knowing that it is affiliated with the Sirius star, because in the Sirius gateway, it kind of like goes out of view until 88 Lionsgate. When we get to the 88 Lionsgate, you're going to start to see the 3 stars again coming up on the horizon. So there's something to do with that alignment with those three stars, Orion's belt and the Sirius star, our Sirius sun. There's a connection there. So for me, I used to look outside, and no matter how many stars was out, I remember driving to New York, like when my parents were driving up to New York, and we're from Florida. So I would always be looking out. It's a long drive, and I would always see those stars, excuse me, and feel like home. I don't know what, I just felt like, oh man, I miss, like it was home for me. Only to find out later on that those three stars are more than you think. And that even to now, at this point, as a Syrian star seed, to know that it really was home. I was a longing for home as a child, because inside of me, somewhere in my cosmic DNA makeup, I knew that that was home. So some of us were already pulled to the stars. You might have been pulled to the moon. You might have had a fascination with the moon. We were already there and waiting on the world to catch up. Like a lot of us felt like we were just like, what's wrong with us? We may have quelled our spirituality, because people would say you're too sensitive, you're too this, you're too all of this stuff in the family to quench you. Believe me, we've had handlers in our families. Those who are like what I'm speaking of, we've had what I call demonic handlers in the family under the disguise of love. They pretended to love you unconsciously, so they didn't know it, but they were playing the part. They were an available vessel according to their wounds that allowed the parasitic entanglement in the bloodline to use them to quench you, to stop you, to block you from your potentiality, to block you from what you came here to do in the bloodline, to get you so lost in the sauce, having you so needy and dependent and suffering from abandonment and rejection and all this stuff we had to sift through. But now we're here, and now we know what we darn well knew. Ashe? Let me see what some of y'all saying. I was like, and remember going, something wrong here. Yep, see? You knew. You bringing home here now, love. I know you know. Yep, this is home. I'm bringing it home. I'm coming home. That's what I do as a Sirius Starseed captain, commander that is here, because that's why I make the call. That's what they revealed to me in 2022. Because I was like, why am I always the one to make the call? Why am I like, I always see the coordinates that align that says it's time. And then I get the hint, I get the insight to say it's time. Make the call for whoever is meant to hear it, whoever is meant to see it. And 2024 was a big 8-8 Lionsgate, and this one is just as big or even bigger coming up. And I believe because it was a 888, because in 2024 it was a universal year of 8. So we had the day 8, the month 8, the day 8, and the year, universal year, was a 8. So it was a 888 Lionsgate. And this one is kind of triple because of the year 26, the end of the part that is 26. The 2 and the 6 is a 8. So again, we have another triple code of 8 with the 8-8 Lionsgate. And you know, when there's a triple, there's a trinity. When the number is there 3 times, that's a trinity. And that trinity is a creative completion that is solidifying something, that is bringing something more into manifested visibility. That's what that 3 is. That 3 is such a powerful number because it is the main dimensional portal of the 369. It is one of the main dimensional portals from 1 through 9. The main dimensional portals from 1 through 9 in the infinite 9 is 369. The 3 is a main dimensional portal of creative completion. The 6 is a main dimensional portal of receptive completion. And the 9 is a main dimensional portal of spiritual completion. Right? So the first one obviously is more physical, it's more manifested, it brings it into more manifested visibility. And then when you get to the 6, it's now time to take what has been manifested in visibility to now be in a space of receptive completion, allowing for a lot of receptivity to filter in, for you to get more information, to even release more information. It's really receptive activity. It is about the information of it, the getting and the giving of information, the receiving. That's why it's receptive. You can't give information if you don't receive, right? Yeah, I was the emotional one per moms. Me too, per my mom. I was the, oh, you're too sensitive. You take everything too personal. Why it gotta be that serious? A lot of us have heard that because it is. It is serious. Straight from the Sirius star seed, it's that serious. It's Sirius star seed serious, right? I loathe that. She has zero emotions to boot. Yep, and most likely those of us that had our handlers, and it could be your mom, your favorite uncle, aunt, favorite cousin, sibling. They groomed. They were there to kind of groom us to break us at the same time, and they usually are emotionally unavailable. Right? They usually are the ones that's emotionally unavailable, under the disguise of "I love you, I you," but yet at the same time not available to you, always making you feel like something is wrong with you and outcasted and things like that. Authentic flow, welcome in. That shot. I meant that's a what? A ghost? Sirius blinks and turns colors. You seen it? Yes, I did. I saw it blinking. I don't think I paid attention to it this time, but I know I've had when you see it, it's like it kind of, I know what you mean. It's one of them stars that kind of is twinkling, blinking, and you can see it changing colors right before your eyes. God. OMG LOL. Okay, Celestial, I don't know. I'm seeing how celestial you are. April 17th, 2017, my Kundalini woke up. Damn, it's nice seeing it in the collective. Yep. It's nice to see other people waking up in it. 3 creation, 6 embodiment, and 9 consciousness. Yes, ma'am. What you said. Yes. And that's what's embodied. Thank you for that. I like the word embodiment because in the receptive completion, you are taking it in. It is an integration. You're integrating with these codes and you're receiving it so that it is embodied. And it's that embodiment of it now that is going to bring you to the next level of 9, the creative completion, where it is brought into the consciousness, into one mind consciousness, back to the isness of it all. Right? So thank you for that too. Creation, embodiment, and consciousness. Y'all get that? Get that? You are too thin skinned, I was told. Oh, yep. They'll tell you that your skin is too thin. You too easily. See, you know, all of the true ones know. These are the things that they have told you because it was meant to break us. It was meant to make us feel like we don't have the gifts that we have. We don't know what we know. We don't see what we see. Because chances are, they already saw that you were seeing some things. They already knew it. It's in the information field. This is why I love 5D. This is what the 5th dimension is about. It's not nothing new under the sun. The only difference about 5D is that we are evolving into the 5th dimension, but it was always here. We just didn't ascend to it yet. The 5th dimension is about everything happening in the expression of creation and time. It is the expression. And that expression is our, let's say, our auric field, right? That's an expression. Your information field, there's information in your field that goes about 6 feet out or more, and there's the other person's information field. So when their information field got around you, you think they didn't know who you were? They maybe didn't know consciously, but it was dropped in their energetic field. The information in your field was exchanged with theirs. They picked up on that. That's how people know your wounds too. You don't got to say a word, especially in the 5D right now. But even back then, you really don't have to say a word. It's in the information field. And readers and people who can read these things, it's because they are more sensitive, right? Sensitive is a good thing. This, I had to learn. I had to own that word sensitive. It felt so bad growing up with the way they would make you feel like you, ugh, like you're disgusting, ill, you're so sensitive, like it's something wrong. But when you come into knowing yourself, you learn that you are sensitive because that is the 6th sense. That's my gift. The sixth sense is about sensations, that sensory, your inner senses. Your sixth sense is all five of your senses at an inner level, right? Are the handlers aware of what they do? Good question. Thank you for that. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Just stopping to say hi from Trinidad in the Caribbean. Welcome into the Trinidad. Hi, Trini. Hi, Trini. Welcome in, Trini. And I want to answer that question. I just want to make sure I get everybody else. Are the handles aware of what they do? I'm going to answer that right now. Yes, clear the static in your biofield and then tap into the ether around you, the field. Yep, the field of information. Grand Rising, Za. Welcome back. Welcome back. I remember you, Grand Rising. Come through, come through. You are too thin skinned, sounds like reptilian talk. That's what somebody said on YouTube. You are too thin skinned, sounds like reptilian talk. That's what Clay said. Thank you, Clay. And I'm going to go back to something you said too, but let me answer this question here. Do the handlers know what they're doing? That's a really good question. And this is where we got to depersonalize, y'all, because it's like they do, but they don't. Consciously, it's like what I call unconscious behavior. The handlers don't even know they're handlers. So if you go to them and ask them, why you handling me, or why were you a handler to me, they're gonna be like, are you crazy? What are you talking about? It's unconscious behavior, and they're not aware to that degree. But there's some of the things that they do that they are aware of. It's like unconscious, way at the top of the unconscious level. Let's say you got a deep, y'all know, like that iceberg picture where tip of the iceberg is up top, and that's your consciousness, everything that you're consciously aware of. For those in psychology, you really know what I'm talking about. And underneath is this big iceberg, and all of that represents the subconscious because it's under the water. You can't see it, right? And so think of it like this. It's the part of the subconscious that's closer to the water. So it's not subconscious where it's way down at the bottom of the iceberg, deep underneath the water. It's the part of the subconscious that's closer to the surface, closer to being conscious. So meaning that they're aware of what they're doing, but they don't know why they're doing what they're doing. A lot of them don't even know that they're handling you. They don't know that they're blocking your potential. They don't know. It's a lot that they don't know. So that's why I call it unconscious behavior. But they know energetically. Let's say, now let's look at the information field. So in the energetic aspect of it, they damn well know what they're doing. In the information field, and where the demonic database has access, this is what I call the demonic database. For those who don't know, or for maybe those who are more familiar with the Christian term, you know how they say the devil know the Bible? That's exactly what I'm saying right there, right? Yes, underlying issues under the water. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So you know how they say the devil know the Bible? It's like that. So there's that part in the energetic field. The database is the devil knows the Bible, is that information is out there for all of us. So in the ethers, in the invisible realm, in the energetic or spiritual realm, it's all known, right? Good, bad, ugly, right? It is the darkness that is called the unknown, right? Not all darkness is bad. Darkness usually represents the unknown, like how we come out of the darkness comes light. Out of the stars of the universe comes our sun. Out of Mama Universe, the stars, the receptive activity, comes our sun, the creator, the creative activity, right? So out of the darkness comes the light. What am I saying? That means while we're in the dark, there are shadows in the dark. All shadows are in the dark, roaming around, running amok, doing what they want to do until you cast the light on the shadow so you can see it, right? So I'm saying all that to say this, that in this realm, where the darkness roams, right? Wipe my eye, got a little itch. In this realm where the darkness roams, there is this energy that knows what's happening in the field of information. it is known, put it that way. So in the field of information and the entity that consumes them according to their wounds, right? And this is what I want to clear this up, why I'm saying this, because what they do to us is they to the degree of their wounds. This is why I say they can love you, and I had to get this through my thick skull. They can love you according to the degree of their wounds, because according to the wounds that they have, that is how the entities consume them, right? Their wounds are their demons, and the demons consume them by their wounds. So they can only love you to the degree of their wounds. Whatever their wounds are, that demon has an allegiance to the parasitic entanglement that is in the bloodline already before you even were born. There's an allegiance to that, and it's always seeking to get to those through their wounds. So you who come fighting those wounds, you who come as a light worker, a stronger light bearer and light worker, they give you the biggest fight, because that energy wants you to conform, because that's how it continues to take over the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, hence generational curses. Ashe. So faithfully, I answered that. Let me see. Let me see if I missed anything there. Yes, underlying issues underwater. Yes. Their free will is based on what their consciousness can tap into. Exactly. I love the way you said that. It's based on what they can tap into. And so if they're, this is what makes a difference, what I call some people an available host. According to their wounds, they become an available host. People like us, like for me, like I know I'm a hostile environment. I'm a hostile environment. Demonic entities cannot get comfortable in me or around me, because I'm always shadow boxing. I stay shadow boxing, which means doing my shadow work. I'm always looking for my wounds. I never seek to hide my wounds. I'm always looking for them, authentically so. And that's what makes the difference. The more you hide, the more secrets you have. Oh my God. Secrets are the the comfort zone. If you got secrets, they ain't never leaving. You're making them comfortable. You're giving them a mansion to get comfortable in when you have secrets. Family secrets, oh, you really got a serious mansion when you're holding family secrets. They love family secrets. They get to fester there and build there. So if you're the one that is a whistleblower, if you're the one that sees truth, calls out truth, you are the one that they got to extinguish in the family. And therefore, your family cannot stand you. This is why I said that. They don't like you. They may say they love you, but they're the demons that they have, that they are in allegiance to, cannot stand you, because you keep elevating and evolving and shining more and more light and exposure and accountability. They can't have accountability. Accountability won't let them be. Thank you for answering and clarifying about the handlers. It makes sense. Ashe, I'm glad you could see it. So be on the lookout for them. What a lot of us could do right now to help us detach is start to look in your family. Look around you. Look at who's been the handlers for you. And oh my gosh, some of the things, some of y'all already know who, but when you see it to this degree, it really blows your mind. It really takes you to the point where you can be sickened by it, you know, to the point where you are ready to walk away and detach mentally, emotionally, right? You can still see them. Nobody said we got to run away. For some people, we got to distance ourselves from some of these families. We really do. But you don't necessarily have to cut off and not see them at all. But sometimes we need some distance to get through it and to sift through it until we can, you know, get a hold of it ourselves and decide and discern how we are going to exist with them, how we are going to handle them, because it will drive you crazy. So sometimes you got to step away so you can get yourself in alignment, ground yourself, make a decision, discern, and know how and you're going to be with them. But we have to get it through our thick skulls that they don't like you. And every time you grow, the more you're growing, you're agitating them. You're stirring up the blood. You're boiling the blood. And they're getting pissed the heck off. All right. I am him. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, that was very clear and articulate answer. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Appreciated. The handlers molded monsters to defeat their monsters. Yep. They trapped in here with us. Yep, they are. They are. Some of them trapped in here with us right now. I know when some of them be in here and they be turning and stirring and they can't stand. They can't stand to hear. They can't stand to see us gather. They can't stand to they can't stand to hear my damn voice. They can't stand me. They don't want to hear what I'm saying. And then when some of you are communicating back and because when we are communicating and conversing, we're having a soul synapsis. They cannot stand that. They don't like that. When some of us that are connecting, those of you who truly resonate with what I'm saying and you're feeling it like connect to your heart on a true heart vibrational level, that sends a vibration, a ripple effect. They can't stand that. Do you sage? Oh, do I? You would have seen it smoking right now. I'm about to light it back up because I could sense some of them that I'm stirring up. I could feel it. I ain't dumb. And you know the camera is a portal. It's a portal. Some of them be in here just to see, just to hear, just to get mad and be like, who the hell they think they are? Asifa, Grand Rising, beloved goddess. Thank you. I'm very relaxed and I love everyone in the world. Ashe, Eric, love is what we need in this love frequency. Keep the love and light coming. Surround this circle in love. Because I'm about to light this sage and send the symbols up in here because they don't know. Reiki master over here. Quantum priestess and Reiki master over here. It ain't nothing but a thing. They could send all they want. It's neither. It's like water off a duck's back. Yes, absolutely right. Distance, mental, emotional, and if necessary, physical. Yes, we have to do that. We have to do that. Yes, I do, Sage. Faithfully, I did answer because you're up to no good. Oh, okay. I don't feel none. Of course you won't. Switchcraft. They love to call you out on something. They be the main ones. People who like to call people out on witchcraft, and they be witchcrafting all the time, but they don't call their self out. They don't ever call what they doing witchcraft. But the moment you start using your gifts, oh, it's witchcraft. You're not allowed to use your gifts. Oh no, don't use your God-given gifts. Please don't. My mother's a handler, but OMG, she appears to be the sweetest woman ever. Yes, they do. Oh my God, have y'all seen some of them sweet handlers? Have you seen the sweet ones? Those be the ones, the little sweet grandmas and whatnot. You are not sweet, ma'am. The ones that want to be, oh, just nicest in certain, and it feels so icky sometimes. I don't know if for some of you who may be like, I'm clear sentient, so it be feeling icky, like I want to, peel off my skin. Love can heal all wounds. Yes, love can, but you better heal your wounds too. You better reveal to heal, Ashe. You're pissing them off. I'm talking about the demons in my blood and the parasites they feed. Yes, at least you know it. It's good when those who know it. Call yourself out. Call them entities out. At least you can know what it is. All right? Welcome in. You my only hope. Let it be faith. Because I like to say hopes is for dopes on the ropes, and I ain't hanging on the ropes. Faith is all. Ashe. Like the U.S. military watch. Yep. You are too thin. And there was something else. Okay, there it is. I wanted to go back. I knew I saw something there. I came through as an NPC and didn't start waking up until 2020. I hear people saying they're waking up, and many are. And I see so many variants. Not many are on the level that you are on. Ashe. And I see that. And I had to learn that a long time ago. Just even before knowing the stuff I know now, I had to keep saying to myself, okay, everybody's not where you are. Like, I literally had to grow up seeing this. As I said, I saw a lot of things early. And it could feel lonely, it could feel frustrating. It's like, what's wrong with the world? And it could really depress you. And you have to get to a point where it's like, all right, everybody's at different levels. That's okay, fine. But even in the spiritual realm, y'all, even in the spiritual realm, it can still feel lonely. It's like, what? And people will say they there, but they not really there. And you got to kind of respect where everybody is at the same time. Um, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of spiritual discernment, a lot of spiritual discipline, a lot of accountability. It takes coming out of victimhood. It takes filtering through the humanoidism in us, right? Hearts, thank you for the hearts. Elevate. Elevate to elevate. Evolve to elevate, and elevate to evolve. But it takes a lot of coming out of where we've been through. Like, we got a lot of filtering out to do when we get to this level, and it can feel very lonely and annoying and all of that, right? And many are not going to be where you are, and we just have to be willing to walk away from it. We have to be willing to be okay with it. We have to be willing to accept. And I don't like to tell people what they got to do. I'm just speaking as it is. Acceptance is the key, y'all. At this particular point in time, we can no longer spend or waste time and energy, time, space, energy, in wanting people to change or wanting the respect, or it's like, it's time to let that go. It's time to accept that that's where they are. And now what are you going to do? This is what accountability is. This is what true accountability is. True accountability is going to say, what are you going to do? Big problem to worry about the whole. Yep. F the world. That's what I'm saying. Therapeutic for me. I have no idea what I can do. Yep. Something awakening, and it does not want to go back. Coming soon. It don't. The things that are waking up in us, it doesn't want to go back. There is no going back. There's only a forward movement. Now, how we move forward is dependent on us. How are you going to choose to move forward? What do you make of the toxicity in your live channel lately? The toxicity. You mean like the toxic, like Jesus peeps, and what do I make of that right now? It's neither here nor there. It's really laughable at this point. It's funny. Right? Let me make sure I caught what I'm seeing here too. Hello, Delinia. Asifa is back. Ashe, Ashe. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Divine Creation 09. We got another spiritual completion here on the 9. Yes, Zah, you know it feels really icky. I know I'm not the only one. Some of it can feel so icky. Could you talk more about handlers, please? I'm sorry, I just joined. Ashe, Goddess, I see the word. Yes, definitely. I'm going to get back to the handlers. Let me make sure I catch up to everybody. And still we rise. You are my first life to be truly involved in. You're real. Ashe. It takes real to recognize real. It takes true. And I like, because true is more real than real. Remember, we got 3 timeline realities: ideal, real, and true. True is more than real. A lot of people think they there because they think they real. The next level is true, because real is not always true. Ashe. Ashe. Thank you for the heart meet. Thank you for the heart meet. We're going to get back to those handlers, because that's something that I've been wanting to talk more about, is the handlers. Elevate became the number 16 in the fan club. Resenting the initiation process is something to let go of. Yes, Lynn, thank you for that. There's an initiation process, y'all. We go through an initiation. And part of that is letting go of what no longer serves us. Letting all of that go. I'm telling you all. How do you help guide your young ones? Oh, ooh, don't let me get on the young ones. That's next. I'm going to get to the handlers and get to the young ones. I'm going to tell you about that, because I got some young ones. I got a teenager and I got some young ones. So I'm going to tell you what we do. I usually share that with people. To be honest, not everybody can handle that kind of truth. I had somebody leave the last time. They were like, oh my God, that's cruel. I'm leaving. Well, you're not ready for this. R said, just block my sister. That's what I'm talking about. My phone went out for Mercury retrograde, and when I took the message, I was like, okay, no phone. That means I need to change my entire communication line. When I got my phone back, and the blessing in this is I ended up getting 4 new phones just by deciding to change my plan. And I took the message in that it was saying change your whole plan. And I'm like, okay, 4 new free phones just for changing my plan. When I got that phone, I started going through that phone and I started deleting. I never been so happy to delete family, y'all. I never been so happy. I was like, delete, delete. Like, I already had it in my head. If we don't talk, and if I know that you don't respect me, delete, 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 delete. Why not help everyone in their problems? Why not help everyone? Because we can't help everybody. Everybody can't go, and everybody don't want to be helped, and everybody is not ready for help. They may say they want help, but they're not ready to go through the initiation process. They're not ready to do what it takes. So then it's kind of like dragging them, right? And I've experienced this for a long time, right? Every problem can't be solved. That's right. We can't help them all. Abundance. The secret to time travel is one moment at a time. Ashe. And I got another secret too, Lynn. I'm time traveling right now. A secret to this time travel, this is what I call fourth dimensional activity right now, is time pushing. And that's what I'm doing right now, time pushing. That's why I'm up right now. Like, our bedtime is not going to be till about 9 o'clock in the morning. So, great subject. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for being here. Oh, I got to light another. Okay, let me light something up in here. Get those quantum med beds here. I can't get those quantum med beds here. Okay, Paul, woo, strong words. True, true, true. Let me scroll up. Okay, you're condemning people to be left behind. No, people just gonna be left behind on their own. We can't save everybody. You just can't. They're gonna be left behind on their own because it's to whom much is given, and we have free will. The information is out there for everybody. We are in the age of information. We are in the Aquarian age. It is not our job to hold people's hands and bring them over, especially when they're not ready. You do so prematurely, then you're imposing. See, that's another thing. I can help you if you want to be helped. If you raise the bar to the level, if you meet me somewhere where, okay, I can help you there, but I'm not going to go down to help pull nobody up. I will go down to walk through with my light. Don't get me wrong, because it's ups and downs. You go to the top of the mountain to get what you need to get, and we got to go back down in the valley. But it's not to go and pull people up through the valley. I will walk through the valley, shining my light, and let those who see the light, that recognize the light, that want to move with the light, those are the ones I will help. I'm not in the business to help anybody that's not ready to be helped. If you see the light and you ready to walk with the light, and you step towards the light and you move with the light, then I'm going to share this light. Other than that, I'm just going to drop crumbs. Like what the lady said to Yeshua when he said, must I give the manna of the Lord to the dogs? And she was like, even the dogs need crumbs. I'll drop some crumbs. Like when I come on live and stuff, I'm dropping crumbs. That's what I'm doing. But when it comes to actually doing the work on a whole nother level, which is the next level that I'm talking to some of y'all about, and to those who are really ready to take it to the next level, that's on a separate level. We will meet in a Zoom. We'll meet separately. It's not for everybody, because we need to have our sacred space when we come in together in this type of way. Everybody can't be saved. I would love to save everybody. I'm sure all of us would love to save our whole family, to take our whole family, if they would just listen, right? My people perish for a lack of knowledge. We can't save people who are stuck in their ignorances. We cannot force it, because guess what? The divine never imposes, so neither should you. Ashe? Never imposes. Sounds like me. I would like some help the way I planned it. Well, what man planned, God wipes out. I always used to hear that saying, or they would say, "What man planned, God laughs," because it's not about what you want. It's about what your spirit came here to do. The question is, are you in alignment with your spiritual assignment? Because a lot of us gotta take off our finite suits, and we gotta be a part of the remembering to even remember what our spiritual assignment is. It's not about what you, the flesh, wants to do. It's about your spiritual assignment. I missed energy vampires. I missed. You have all the info. Yep, you do. And the process, and it is. We got to go through that, right? So let me remember. Okay, spirit, what's I wanted to answer? There's to talk more about the handlers, and there's about the children. I wanted to make sure I got that. Don't worry, I didn't forget you. I didn't forget you. LOL. I straight up told my fam, you demote to relatives. You demoted to relatives. You know what I tell them? What do I call them? Co-workers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even do relatives. It's like you are my co-workers in life. Let me share that with y'all. For some of you that are breaking away, that may need some, like, what are they? They are your co-workers in life. That is what helps you depersonalize. That is what helps you to detach. Don't be so attached to these titles. That's a solar plexus issue right there. Because the solar plexus is about the identity body. Our identity body is attached to these titles. It's a part of our identity to be this ex to this relative, to be this sister, to be this brother, to be this daughter, this son, this mother, this cousin. This is identity. Detach from that title and know that they are your co-workers in life. Isn't that so much easier to help you detach? You beautiful, doing that time travel, love. Yes, I am time traveling right through all the time. Oh, they want me to play puzzle. You know TikTok. They be wanting you to play puzzle with me. Make sure you still here. I'm facing the elite. I have no mercy. I gotta go see you in the next timeline. I guess I'll see you next timeline. That just hit me like that. Thank you for that. You're gonna see me next timeline. Ashe. Peace, primordial peace and abundance. The primordial waters are here. I'm not the only one that be sleeping at 9 a.m. No, a lot of us are. Look, this is a part of the shift, the sift and the shift. A lot of us are eating differently, sleeping differently. If you find yourself sleeping at times like what I'm doing, this is called time pushing. If your times have been irregular and you're like, what the hell is going on? Don't worry. Just keep pushing. Keep on pushing. Don't stop. They don't choose to be this way. It's been done to them. Well, we got free will, Paul. We got free will. I'm not here to feel sorry for nobody. I don't do sympathy. I am an empath. I empathize, but I don't sympathize. Because when you sympathize with the demons. I'm not sympathizing with nobody's wounds. Nope. You got a choice just like I got a choice. Get your whole damn life together, because I can't do it for you. People think when you say leaving them behind is something intentional. It's not. It's choice. It's choice, and it's choice point. It's the choice point. Right? Glad my soul is awakening. Me too. Folks have to be willing to change and recognize the fact that they need to change. That part, Kimberly. They got to recognize it. Are you sure you're enlightened? Because what I'm thinking about my future had been torn apart. Yeah, I know I'm enlightened. I know that with the destruction, because enlightenment comes with destruction. It's not all beautiful flowers. We got to go through deconstruction. We got to go through disillusionment. To be enlightened is to get rid of the junk, which means the junk that you believed in previously must be destroyed. So you have to go through a destruction phase to be enlightened. If you didn't go through it, you ain't enlightened. Enlightenment don't come just by shining the light. Let me see. Honey, where's that rooster at your background? You hear the rooster? You would think I'm in the islands, right? This is what it's like when I'm in Jamaica. You'll definitely hear it. This is like, I'm in Florida. Okay, I'm in Florida. I'm just a little bit above Miami in a place called Miramar. I am not in the country, y'all. I'm in the regular, city, and this what we get. If I don't hear this, I might hear frogs. Like, you would swear I'm in the country. Yes, Paul might be experiencing a dark night of the soul. You're right. Grand Rising, Nikki, and welcome. Thanks for following. Everybody needs it. I don't believe in problems we can't fix. Oh, everything can be fixed, but we can't fix everybody' problems. That's what we saying. I know I could fix some things, but fixing doesn't mean it's going to come out the way you want it. Fixing means, can you alchemize? If you can alchemize, everything can be fixed. That means don't expect it to be fixed. Like, if I break something, I probably can't put it back together. Don't try to put something back together that can't be put back together. Fixing it means, can you alchemize the situation? Can you let go of something that you may be attached to while trying to, this thing that broke? Can you alchemize your thoughts and your feelings about this thing so that you can detach and have acceptance and move on? That is fixing, right? I'm ultra optimistic. I hear the rooster. Oh, you hear it too? Y'all hear my rooster? That's the wake up. That's the alarm. It's saying, let's go, 5D, let's go. I learned that the hard way. Got it now through the experience. Yes, the experience will teach us the wisdom in it. I don't want to be in the third dimension anymore. It's too boring and there's a lot of bad stuff. Well, we got to alchemize to shift and get into the fourth and fifth dimension. We got to let go of some things, because guess what? We can't take that baggage with us. It's not going to go. That's what's going to stop you. There's nobody standing at 5D, at the 5D, line going, you can't get in, you get. It's you. We are the only ones who block us. When it comes time to, when we get to these cosmic checkpoints, like right now we're in a major cosmic checkpoint. This is a major sifting through right now. That's why I said we're in the season of great discernment. Your permission is needed. How are you letting them in? Yes, Ashe. How are you letting them in? And so we are at a checkpoint, and so it's what you do that lets certain things through. And if you carry in certain baggages, when we reach these cosmic checkpoints, you will be blocked by you, nobody else but you. The checkpoint is going to, basically, it's scanning us in our information field. And if you still are carrying certain wounds, if you're still carrying certain attachments, then you cannot go into that next timeline. You can't shift into that next timeline that brings you more into the true timeline of the fifth dimension. So that is what keeps you blocked out. That's why it says everybody can't go. It's not because somebody's keeping them blocked out. We're not keeping them blocked out. We're not saying, hey, we're 5D and you're not. It's not up to us, right? Even those of us that are in 5D, we're at different levels in the fifth dimension. And so we too, it's no man is exempt. You can't go because you got some stuff that you didn't let go of. There's no way to eat differently if there's a lot of fluoride in the water. Man, yeah, you gotta alchemize, Paul. Alchemize. The ether clear from synthetic energy at night is when I get my info from the field. Yep, especially at these times of the night. Oh my gee, I have been staying up all night lately for the past couple months when I don't have to work. Yes, because you are going through the fourth dimension. You're oscillating between timelines. You are time traveling. You are time shifting and sifting through the time zone. So yes, this is a part of it. Your sleep may be way thrown off. That's part of it. Ashe, Kimberly says, speaking truth. They keep skipping us because they don't like the word 9. I'm sick of it. Hey, beautiful, peace, love, and light. Somehow the word 9 is cursed. No, it's not. 9 is a spiritual completion. He is back there hollering, right? I'm so glad that I'm coming into the awakening. Yep. So let me see. I had to lose my mind just to find my peace. Yep. Sometimes you got to lose it. You got to get lost to find it. Right. And that's by, oh, Janae. Yeah. Okay. I remember that song. Thank you for sharing that. We got to lose it to get back to it. What books have you read and can share with us? They have that have awakened you. Rooster is confirmation. Yes, it is. It's confirmation. It's confirming to us to wake. Like it's time to get up. It's like the alarm. It's not even just time to wake up. It's alarming us to say, "Let's go. Let's go." 144 ascendants. Where you at? Drop a 144 in the chat. That's what I want to see. But wait. I'm saying that and I ain't even get to the bottom of this yet. And ego has to take a back seat. Yes, Kimberly. The ego got to sit in the back. You have to get out of your own way. That's getting the ego out the way. Ashe, ashe. I love my Star Trek war movies. Yep. Star Trek was the beginning of letting me know I'm a starseed. And I didn't even know it. What's this feeling of like an unseen creeping insect all over my body? Ooh, that's a parasite. This feeling of an unseen creeping insect all over my body. More likely you are dealing with an entity. Right? I don't want to creep nobody out or nothing like that, but more likely you're dealing with an entity and you're seeing it, it's in that realm, right? So you have that creeping thing that is there, and it may be of you, or it may be of someone. It may represent someone who is creeping around you or on you, someone whose entity is attached to you and creeping, like how you feel it. You know how they say every creeping thing that creepeth? So you may be feeling that too, because you are on the brink. You may be awakening, you may be coming out of, but this creeping thing is there, and it's something to get rid of. I would strongly suggest probably getting a reading from like a regression type therapy reading, or a deep reading where someone can really look into what that entity may be, because it may be an entity that's attaching itself to you. I'm kind of getting, from honestly, from what I'm getting a parasite. Like it's parasitic. This is a parasitic entity or parasitic entanglement. Faithfully, that's helped. I've always sat up in the wee hours of the night, especially. Yes. Okay. There go the 144s. I did say it. Drop the 144s in the chat. Where you at? What does 144 mean? Oh, we got to get into that. Paul is still stuck in the colonizers. Possibly. He's at his level. He's waking up. He's seeing some things, but we all process it differently. So he may be in a dark night of the soul while he's going through it. Maybe similar to the girl that I was talking about that's seeing some things. Finances, family, health. I'm going to answer. I have 3 questions I need to answer. Trying to force someone to believe what you believe is extremely toxic. Yes, it is. All right, I got to it. So 144 in the chat. Demons are often neglected. Oh, demons are often neglected emotions made manifest. Befriend the energy, heal it, then forget the trauma. Looks human. I like what you just said. That sounds like when I'm always saying walk with your demon. Like, I would say, yes, demons are your wounds. This is what I tell people because they think you talking crazy. All your demons are your wounds. Your wounds are your demons. Neglected emotions are your wounds. Unchecked emotions, unhealed emotions, which are neglected, are your wounds. Left unchecked, they become the demon. The demon is the wound, right? And so I'll always say, all you got to do is love your demon to transmute it. Don't fight with it. Walk with your ugly until it becomes beautiful. Shadow work, yes. Walk with your ugly until it becomes beautiful. So books that I've read, right? Let me answer that. Books that I've read, and then I'll answer the other 2 questions. I know I had y'all waiting. I had to go through. I was trying to make sure I catch up to the rest of the comments, and I'm going to get back to YouTube comments as well. So there was a question of, they had 3 questions. Bring it back to me, Spirit. So in talking about the handlers, we were talking about the handlers and the demonic handlers in our family and our lineage. And you probably came in a little bit at the end of it, but we were talking about how these handlers are showing up in the bloodline and what they like. Do they know? That was one of the questions. Do they know that they're handling you? And it was that they don't know, right? They don't know, but they do know, right? It's unconscious behavior and they're not sure, but their allegiance is to the parasitic entanglement in the bloodline. So these may be people that were assigned to you. You don't even know, but it's part of the demonic database. The demonic database already knows you, right? It already knows that you're here. Sometimes it knows you before you even come into the womb. And so is waiting on you, and they already know, they already aligned up when you come here. A lot of times your handlers are your favorite family member, your favorite cousin, favorite uncle, auntie, because they're supposed to groom you until the appointed time, until it's time to break you. And this is why we all face that betrayal, right? A lot of us have faced that serious betrayal by the handler, right? And this is why I said you may want to kind of look into the family now as we're all detaching and stuff, and look to see who is that handler in your bloodline. 9-9. I'm looking at 9-9 in the chat right now. That's spiritual completion, spiritual completion. Who is that in your family? So think about that. And I want to say this and bring, I want us to really like wrap your mind around it. It's not always easy because I had to face it. And it was like facing the fact that these people who raised us, who we trusted, and it was like, dang, but I trusted them. But why would they betray me? Because they signed up for that. Right? Not consciously knowing, but by their wounds that they are consumed by, they are in a demonic contract, in an allegiance with the parasitic bloodline, and they fight hard. Desperate energies do desperate things, and they fight hard to keep that entanglement in the bloodline, that they cannot afford for you to be here breaking chains and loosening the grip for other family members. Because when you start to work on yourself, it's not just you, it affects other family members in the bloodline. You start to change the codes in the blood. That's why they start boiling. For those family members that are not ready yet, they start boiling. They start kicking up. They start kicking up dust and fuss. They can't take it, right? So faithfully, I answered that. I don't know if the person is still here in the chat, but I know they were asking, like, can you go back over that? So faithfully, I answered that for you. On the handler, your mission is yours. Your reward is yours. No one can take what you earn. No destiny swap. Some people can. I know they can't take it if you know it's yours and you own it and you make sure that you keep your boundaries. But if you're like not paying attention, they can tap in and siphon you, and they can even temporarily destiny swap with you. They probably can't take your whole destiny, but sometimes they siphon in and they take something from you if you're not paying attention, right? But if you are and you know what's yours, and you sanctify that and fortify that, and you have your boundaries with certain people, because if you let them in, you let them in. If your boundaries aren't set with certain people, you let them in. It's like sinners. You gave them permission, right? They can't take what was yours from the start and were led by greed, right? And like I said, it's all, if you know that it's yours, yes, they cannot take it. But a lot of times they will siphon. They will get next to you and siphon and take from you what you don't even know is yours. You still have it. You just let them access it before you or more than you. Ashe? It makes so much sense. Thank you. You're welcome, Caddy. Are you the one, Caddy, are you the one that asked about me speaking more on it? And if so, did I answer it? I think it was you. I'm not sure. I know somebody asked. Can you touch back base on that? Exactly. I see them clearly now. Yes. How would they not know? How would they not know they're being deceiving you, to you? Because it's unconscious behavior. They don't know. Like if you ask them, they really believe that they love you. They really believe that they're there for you. Greetings, greetings. Oh, Chief L Dub in the place to be. Welcome back in. It's deep on the talk. Yes, it is. You know it is. Decline. I don't want that invitation. See, you got to decline. Invitations be popping up all the time. Just like on TikTok, I'm talking to y'all, invitation pops up. When we minding our own soul business, this is why we got to be careful who we let in our houses and things like that. Think about it, y'all. When y'all really doing y'all soul work, look at who starts popping up. You get all kind of pop-up shops. You get pop-up invitations. People just invite themselves into your space. And we don't, this is what the boundaries that I'm talking about. And I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you, because they keep catching me off guard too. And it'll look crazy. It'll look like spiritual paranoia to them. It'll be like, why are you tripping? No, I gotta put down my boundary because you don't know yourself. I know you more than you know you at this point, because I'm reading the energy, because I'm in the information field and I see what's in your information field. A lot of times these people don't see what's in their information field. They're not checking themselves. They can't see it. So you who see it, to who knows better, do better. To whom much is given, much is required. You are required to hold these boundaries and say, hey, not right now, not today. Even if it seems easy, it seems like, well, I could do it, but don't. But don't be the nice one. Don't be the goodies. I'm not saying be mean, but sometimes we fight too hard to be the nice one and to be the upstanding person. Who cares? When when you're standing in your truth and you're doing your light work, that's upstanding enough. We don't got to do nothing else, right? Hi, Rivera from Boston, all the way from the Boston Tea Party. My ex tried a destiny swap. Yep. How could they not know? Okay, I did answer that. Want to make sure. It's so crazy how these entities can see you coming. Yes, they do. They see you coming from in the womb. They see you. They feel you. Some of y'all walk into a room and y'all piss some people off. I want y'all to know that. Yes, Kimberly, thank you. Gatekeepers. I did not mention that. There are gatekeepers as well. People trying to block your progress. I didn't mention that. But in the family, these same handlers, some of these handlers are gatekeepers. And I need to do another video talking about that some more. I think I mentioned it before. The gatekeepers are in the bloodline, in the parasitic bloodline, there are these gatekeepers. How can I say this? They are energetic cults, right? So the parasitic bloodline, the parasitic entanglement in the bloodline wants to keep what they got going on. So there's an energetic cult, right? This is why you have certain family members that click up with each other, because their wounds, they got the same wounds. They be demon bonding, they be wound bonding. So there's an energetic cult. Like your family literally is a cult. And in that cult, you have the gatekeepers. And there's a gatekeeper for each branch of the family, right? What do I mean by that? For example, there's my mother, there's her siblings, and each one of them is a gatekeeper for the next generation. And they are a part of this entanglement if they have not done their work. If they're not one of you and me, where they're working to break the chains, if they have conformed, then they have become a gatekeeper. Chances are one of them may have been a chosen one, but they also chose to forfeit. They got comfortable, they conformed, and they forfeit, and it passes down, right, to more likely one of you. Those of you who are light warriors and who are the ones that are breaking the generational curses, more likely your parent was that too. One of your parents was that too, but they forfeit. And so now you're left to do all of the work. If you don't have a parent that's working with you to break these curses, some of them may even say it, man, I got a family member that, oh, we got this generational curse. They'll talk about it, but they're not doing anything to recognize it, to identify it, because they're avoiding, they're hiding, they're denying, but they'll say generational curse. So these family members, these parents, they forfeit, and now you're the one carrying it. And those other ones, they pass it down. Right now, we just had initiations, a lot of demonic initiations take place from these gatekeepers. The next generation of gatekeepers were initiated in pretty recently. I don't know how many of y'all noticed it, but there was gateway initiations taking place in the past couple months, particularly around March, especially around March, because they were scrambling. That was during the energetic seal of Third Eye Atlas, passing Jupiter, exiting our interplanetary part of the solar system. And so there was a lot going on around March. If y'all was really paying attention, around March or April, there was a lot of like little desperate energies doing desperate things. So there was this initiation taking place. Right. There are gatekeepers as well. Yes. My ex tridescent spot. Yep. Hi from Bar. Okay, I saw that one. I saw that one. Soul reflection. Ashe. Yep. 5 toes in the room. I done read it and pissed them off. Keep smiling. Yep. You'll walk in and you'll piss them right off. Judges, attorneys, lawyers, doctors, politicians, all of them, all of those. Like, see, those are main gatekeepers that we usually talk about. But the gatekeepers I'm talking about now are the gatekeepers in your bloodline. There are gatekeepers in your bloodline. It can't be a response to deny my benevolent spirit. That's a reaction, an out of date pattern in the recognition, in the re-knowing. Ashe. So it can't be a response, meaning to sponsor again, right? To deny my benevolent spirit. That's not a response, it's a reaction, right? Which is, reacting is not a response. Responding is when we're operating out of the receptive activity. That's responding. Out of the feminine energy is a response, right? Rather than just reacting. Let me see what else we got here, because I wanted to answer. I know there's 2 more things I was supposed to answer. So faithfully, I went into that about you understand what we're talking about gatekeepers, and we'll talk about that some more. There's so much more to go in about these families, and we all really got to be on the lookout for how they're showing up. Workplace can act as a cult. Churchgoers, groups, yes, all of these are cults, and I've always saw those cults first. So, but right now, what I've been recognizing a lot is the family cult. This happened particularly while Jupiter was in Cancer since last year. A lot of this was picking up and kicking up. And I really realized that, especially when we were in that 6-month window with Third Eye Atlas moving through all of our inner planets, that was from September to March. And so there were a lot of realizations taking place, and it really started to hit hard that there is an energetic cult. I knew the fight that I was getting from my family, but damn, y'all are a cult. Like, we know that there's these other cults, but when you have to look in your family and really see that they're an energetic cult. There is a parasite. It's very parasitic. There's a parasitic entanglement that goes back years. This is not just right here, right now, y'all. This is years. Right? Ashe, the children. Thank you for reminding me, because somebody was asking me about children. So thank you for reminding me about that, Chief. It goes back years, so I wanted to just kind of make sure. That's why I'm talking about it with family, so we can see. Can you see the energetic cult in your family? And that usually, that thing is what the family is holding on to. So for example, in my family that I've been fighting, they're a family of avoidance, and the main thing that they do is avoid. They lack accountability. Anything demonic lacks accountability. Not just my family. Anybody that's having any of these parasitic entanglements, the demons lack accountability. They do not like to have ability to hold account for the energy that is there. Right? So we have to recognize and realize that we are in these energetic cults. And when we start to see it like that, it becomes a reality that you can truly see certain family members for who they really are, even though it's their unconscious behavior and they're not aware of it. You can see who they are. And when I tell y'all, I saw the demons in the family. When I saw to the degree of how serious my handler, y'all, my favorite aunt was my handler. And y'all gonna see a story about that. I did the video, but I didn't post it yet because it's a personal part that I wasn't ready to, let out yet. But you may see that, and I'm gonna let out more about it. But my aunt, my favorite aunt, was my handler. And I had to realize that at this point right now, she is the main demon organizing everything, pulling the strings of everybody in the family. And everybody pulls to it. She literally controls the family dynamics. And she does so with a smile. They all go to church. They all think that they're the bestest of the bestest. But and when I realize how lethal her demon is, and it's unconscious behavior, even though for her most of it she knows what she's doing, but she doesn't demonically know what she's doing, right? But it is so lethal that I cannot be around her. Cannot. I won't be at this point during these 9 months, because I'm not going to give you a chance, because she uses everything she can and uses people around me. And I don't got time to break this down to everybody. I could sit here and tell them all about their demonic selves. I don't got that kind of time, space, and energy. So this is why I just walked away. I need my peace of mind. I need my space. I got too much spiritual work to do right now to be wasting that time and energy on a bunch of quote unquote deadbeats. That's what I call them. Like, it's like beating a dead horse. So I call them deadbeats. I love them, but that's deadbeats. Like, it's nothing I could do. And this is what we got to realize. Who are the handlers around you? Who are the real demonic ones that are orchestrating things demonically in the energetic realm in your family, because they don't like you and they're out to get you, right? I'm not saying you got to be scared of them, but you got to fortify yourself, and they want to do anything to distract you right now while we need all of our energy to go towards this ascension time, because we are in an ascension time. And let me remind y'all, while I'm saying that, for whoever's here right now, I am doing a 2626 portal, which is the Galactic New Year. I'm doing an activation transmission. I'll speak more on it later today. Today's the 24th. Yeah, look, I'm so out of time that it's like, what is today? I'm still on Thursday. I didn't go to sleep for Thursday, but I know it's Friday for everybody else. And the 25th is the day out of time before the Galactic New Year. Anyone who knows anything about the Mayan calendar, you can look it up. You can Google it. Just Google the day out of time or the Mayan New Year or the Galactic New Year, and you'll get a little bit more information on that. And so I'm going to do something later on today to prepare us for the 26th, because I don't want to do anything on the 25th. My day out of time is a day out of time. That is like the biggest Sabbath for me. You know how they say on my Sabbath, I don't do nothing. Yeah, the 25th, the annual 25th, that's my day out of time. I don't want to have to do nothing else but focus on going deep within and what I need to prepare for, particularly on the 26th, the Galactic New Year, right? And it's also the day that the nodal axis changes. The nodes change on the 26th, and it's a 2626 portal. So we got a lot going on. And it is for those of us who do our full moon work, who've been in any of my full moon workshops, the 26th is the root chakra day, meaning it is the opening window into the new moon window. 3 days before the full moon, 3 days before the full moon. And the full moon is on the 29th. So on the 26th, we're going to begin our work in our root chakra, building up to that. So, and I'll be able to explain that to those who are on the 26th. For those of us who we're doing a transmission with, I'll explain that so you'll know what to do. Usually I do a quarterly workshop, and I was thinking if I might do one. I'm still listening to spirit, because it does take a lot of energy for me to put into that and do it. So I may just give you all, for those who do come on the 26th, I may just give you all the instructions of what to do through that full moon window. And then, you do what you do, because I really made up my mind that I'm not babysitting this time. I can't. It'd be like pulling teeth sometimes. And if you're not really ready, I can't the one to keep calling and sending out emails and like remind. I don't want to do all of that. I'm just gonna send the information. If you're there, you're there. I'll see how the feedback goes by the 26th, and then I'll know if I want to be available to do a full moon workshop. And in the full moon workshops, we transmute. So it is really helping you to transmute. For those of you who are just waking up, this will be very helpful right now to help you transmute what needs to be transmuted through all your chakras, from the root going up to the crown. It's a 7-day workshop, 3 days before the full moon, 3 days after. So I'll think about it. I just did one in June. The next one is not due till September. But with all the energies right now, and depending on how people show up and the response I get back, I'll decide on if it's worth me putting that energy into it right now, because it is really needed. But I'm not going to show up when people don't show up. So I don't know. I leave that up to whoever reaches out for the 2626 activation and transmission. It's on y'all. It's like what we were talking about earlier. You got to be willing to do the work yourself. It's an initiation process, and we are being initiated into this next timeline. So it depends on how you all take that, how serious ones choose to take it. Because I'm going to let y'all know, right? Books. Before I get into deep, stick a pin right there. Or do I want to say this? Which way you want to go, Spirit? All right, just say it. Cool. So I'm going to let y'all know that right now it is a pivotal, very pivotal time. And we're being called into this shift and sift for those who is for. And let me say it this way. You'll know that you're ready. You'll know that this is for you and you're at this place if you have been aware of the summer solstice, the full moon in Capricorn, the Sirius gateway, especially if you realize that the Sirius gateway has been expanded and it's not just what you thought it was. If some new information opened up to you from that, the new moon in Cancer, the 444, 4 planets at 4 degrees, the first one and the second one, because there was one on July 4th. 4 planets at 4 degrees on the 4th of July. And then there was another one just recently that we had between the 18th and the 21st. 4 days, 4 planets at 4 degrees, called the cosmic basket, right? If you were aware of all of this, plus what is coming up, plus working the Mercury retrograde, seeing the numbers 4444 or whatever your designated angel numbers are, if you kept seeing them, 1111, you kept seeing 999, you kept seeing 555, right? Plus being aware of this upcoming full moon, the galactic new year, the halls of Amenti as the 8-8 Lions Gate. All of this that I just named to you. If you have been resonating with this, if you don't even have to know about it, if something just came up, if it came to your attention and it came to your awareness, you are being called into your alignment and your assignment. The question is, are you going to say yes? Are you going to move forward? And what does that look like? If you're hearing it from me, it don't got to be with me. But if you're hearing it from me, hearing the resonance, hearing the call, feeling the pull, then take that step. Email me so we can be in alignment on the 2626 portal 26 new year, because I'll do that activation transmission, and it's a call for those who are ready to take that next step. For those who are building the light colonies on the light grid, it's calling for us to step up. And so I've been doing these calls since 2/22/2022, and a lot of people have fallen off, come back, fallen off. It's to the point, like I said, Yesterday, I told y'all I was feeling exhausted, like I'm about to put it down. And that's what the enemy wants you to feel. That's what the opposition wants you to feel. They want you to feel like, what's the purpose? What's the point? Don't bother to do this no more. But I know when I light up on the light grid and when I pull a community together and we do it collectively, the divine synergy expands and explodes. And I know that it changes. It definitely changes lives. I've had many people come through the workshops and always say, man, I'm so glad we had this. After the last galactic gathering, which was in 2024, the 2024 8-8 Lionsgate, there was another group of Sirius star seeds that came together, and there was so much that they got out of it that was able to help transform, transcend into whatever the next shift is for them, the next timeline, right? But what I'm hearing now is it's time for those of us to find our colonies and commit. Like I keep hearing commitment. It's time to find the colonies and to commit, to put in the work, give back through the reciprocity, the energetic reciprocity, and put forth to what we are doing next in the fifth dimension. We are building. That's why we're seeing all the 444s and the 4 planets at 4 degrees for those 4 days that closed out on the 4-4 portal, because the 21st was a 4-4 portal. For those of you who have the 5D calendar, you'll see it. Look on the calendar in the month of Leo, which is the month of Cancer, which is the month of Nekbet, and you'll see on the 31st of that month, which is the 21st of July, it'll say 4-4 portal, another 4-4 portal, because it's the 4th month of the 5D calendar, and 3-1 is a 4, so it was the 4th 4-4. So you see all these 4s, there's a foundational balance, there's a foundational building. Ashe. So let me breathe. I'm born in March. I know I haven't seen a lot of the messages. My apologies. I'm trying to get out, what I needed to get out, what the young ones, about the young ones, goddess. Okay, yes, thank you. Sorry about that. Wacharo. The young ones. Okay, what can we do for the young ones? That was my next question. Y'all, I be getting so much information be coming through. Y'all gotta bear with me. Right? Stop. I see something. Stop trying to, we outside of time. That part right there. Oh, we got a bot. Welcome in, bot. This is Sparta. That's their name, Spartan. They're a Sparta. Go ahead and Spart away, okay? Being a bot. Right? This ain't for you. Of course, it's going to be ignorant to an ignorant. It takes one to know one, Ashe. All right, so for the children, I believe the question was, how can we guide the children? And so I have a 5D household. So I usually use me as an example. How we can guide them is we got to share everything that we know with them, especially things about the family. Please explain to your children about the family energy cult. Do not leave them blind. Do not leave them unsuspecting, because they will be attacked, or those energies will attach themselves to your children. So we have to also cleanse our children of this energetic, cult, this demonic cult, this parasitic entanglement, because it is in the bloodline, which means it's in the blood with them too. And so if we don't educate them, you're going to be doing all the work, and they're still going to be carrying some of that bloodline work. And then they're going to be the ones that attack you. So even when you cut off your family member, your children are going to be the ones that end up being these demonic attacks, so to speak. Not calling them demons, right? Bear with me, because like I said, this is not for the weak. This is not for the faint in heart. This is why that person said they couldn't take it, because some people really can't take when you say that children can be demonic. And they can, because let's stick to what we said. Demons are wounds. Let's just understand it as that. We're not calling them little ugly demons, but they have wounds. Anybody that has wounds will pick up demons, will pick up entities. So when we're raising the children, we got to teach them about these wounds. Like just like how I'm speaking to you all here is how I speak to the children. They already know. If there's something that's going on with them and I say, what's that wound? You got a wound? Let's talk about it. Do you see your wound? Do you see what it is? I help them to identify it. I don't just jump in and tell them what the wound is. I ask them, I let them know they have a wound, and then I ask them, do you know what your wound is? No? Okay, let's backtrack. Let's look at when you felt like X, Y, and Z. What happens when you let in a wound? And they'll say it. I let in a demon. Okay, so that means you become demonic, right? And then they understand it. We even have a language for it. They'll say you're demoning because they know that means you're wounding. You're bleeding out of your wounds, you're wounding. And when you're wounding, you're allowing yourself to be open for demon entities, demonic entities. You're allowing the demonic database to filter through into your energetic field and attach itself to you because you said yes. It's really that deep. The moment you allow your wound to sit with you, you are saying, yes, come in. So we got to teach our children this. So in raising them in this type of environment, I'm raising 5D children. I'm raising children who are aware that they are 5D children. And I wish I had this. I wish I had some adults around me that could curate my sensitivities. Like I have one of my children, one of my daughters is very sensitive like me. And I knew what kind of sensitivity she was. And now because I learned it about myself, I can help her better. She's very super empathic to the point where like myself, we can feel we feel things. It's like a sponge. Sometimes you can be like a sponge to the way that we feel things. And because I recognize it in her, I realize sometimes she becomes a chameleon. Sometimes it's like when you're around them, you turn into this, you turn into that. And I remember my mom saying that to me when I was little. And it wasn't that you were trying to be these people or these children that you're around, but you end up becoming them because your empathic abilities takes on who they are and takes on, it's like you can feel what they're feeling and then you take it on, and next thing you know, you're also projecting what they're feeling. You become a chameleon. So in recognizing that, I was able to say, hey, you need a black tourmaline. When I realized that about me, I got a black tourmaline, either a black tourmaline bracelet or a crystal, because the black tourmaline blocks. So I noticed that she needed that. So I say that to say we have to carry these things into what you know, what you're aware of, share it with the children. That's how you raise them in it. Whatever you find out about your family members, share it with them. My children know all the family members' issues, and I mean all of it. They got to know all the wounds because they got to know if they're around, they got to know what to block. Right? I literally have to prepare them. If I go into, let's say, my grandmother's home, when I go there, I got to tell them, hey, listen, like, guard yourself. Like I have to tell them, be more alert. Don't just sit there and be like, ooh, I'm a kid, I'm having fun, because that's how entities get to you. So I have to prepare them and say, hey, put your field around you. Be on your guard. Keep your energy up. Don't let nobody in on your energy. If you're not sure what to do, come and sit by me. Come and stay by me. I'm your covenant. That's why I don't send my children nowhere without me. Right? So when you're raising your children in this 5D awareness, make sure that they know what your family members' issues are, so they know who to stay away from, so they know how to look out for their demons when they start acting out of their wounds and their demons. Sometimes my children could see it, and they'll come and they'll tell me, oh, Ma, so-and-so is demoning. They'll come beside me and be like, Grandma's demoning. Ooh, I see her demon. Like they know, because what they're saying is, I can see their wounds. Good. If you can see your wounds, then you know what to stay away from. This is how we got to raise our children, right? We can't coddle them and act like, oh, they don't know no better, and oh, they're just fat. No, Nope, let them know that the family is a demon. The family got wounds, and you better be able to look out for them and come and tell me. And don't send them. That's what I was going to say. Don't send them to family members. I can't tell nobody how to raise their kids, but I'm just telling you, I'm sharing with you what I do in 5D, being a 5D family, and with family members who do nothing but fight against you. So why would I send my children to you? You don't have a covenant over my children. I do. You're not going to protect them. You're the demon. You got demons attached to you. You're not going to protect them. Right? Let me get some water. So, faithfully, that has answered some of it. Wacharo, Wacharo. I don't really deal with family much. Unfortunately, my particular family needs healing. Mine's too. They all broken. There is a family line of energetic coach. And there's a parasitic, what bleaches in parasites right here. You know it. You know it. They right up in here. My family has several parasites. Bloodline and throughout history. Yep, they go far back. I don't even know how far this goes. Let me see if I can scroll down. I never understood why my family never liked me. Now you know, Sky. Now you know why. Now you know. Yes, ma'am, I have the same issue with my mother and my father. Yep. Unconsciousness. They're very unconscious, and we have to forgive them. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. It is unconscious behavior. Do not take it personal onto you. We have to depersonalize, and this is why like I said, why I'm doing what I'm doing on 26. For those who want more answers to this and where we can build together and share more, I can share more of this information. These are the things that we want to build as a community and know how to deal with these things. Not that I won't share some of it here, but I can go more, more in depth. And especially if you need a one-on-one. If anybody here is just awakening and you need a natal reading, I do the natal readings, I do the chakra readings, and there's also the 5D calendars. And the 5D calendar is a tool that's going to help you get off of this old timeline and find the true timeline. So basically, I'll be showing you how to find these